What is going on, peeps? Welcome to today's market strip down session. We will review last week's first, so we can see we didn't fully retest this level that I was looking for. We actually didn't get down there until Thursday. We then closed below it, used it as resistance, came back up, used it as support, broke below, and we're just now, right after market open, using it as resistance. Other than that, I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just ranging. If we say from literally about equal highs there, still 840 pip range, which is good. But nothing very clear, to be completely honest with you. With that being said, I do want us to shift our focus to gold euro. What's the range on? So that'd have been a lot less. I mean, if we just go from Monday's low to high, about 250 pips less. If we go from there, about 200 pips less. Let's take a look at what is going on here. So, could we go bearish from here? We definitely could. Will we? I don't think so. I think that we'll see. So this is gonna be an important level to watch out for. I'm gonna mark up these two levels. So this weekly high, and this weekly high. Let's go down to that daily. Adjust that now. Which one's higher between these two? 29.1070, 29.1086. Okay. So we did close just above it on this one, but we then gapped below it and used it as resistance. So that's an important bit of information right there. Could be different depending on the broker you're using, but nevertheless, let's mark up that high there that we also used as a support on Friday. Go down to the 4 hour. The reason why I would like everyone to shift their focus to gold euro is I just feel like it's a lot cleaner. I feel like as of the last few weeks, I've completely shifted my focus to it a few weeks ago, as you know from the chats, and I think price action is a lot cleaner. There's a lot less noise, which I'll give you an example now. And I also feel like the setups that we use, the confirmations we use in the course, are just playing out a lot cleaner right now on the 4 hour. So I'd really like to see price come back down to there. I think if we have price come back down to here, to 28.42, think that would be a nice spot to enter. We take out Friday's low of the day, retest this structure in here from Thursday, and then at least minimum retest that area. But Monday, let's look at the weekly again. How does the weekly look and the daily? So wick down. I think we could definitely take out last week's high this week if this does play out. On the 4 hour, that looks nice. Nice W formation, push up. Nice double bottom off of this level here, just shy of the first one. Higher low, and then up. I think the chances of breaking that are very high. But something I'd like you to look at is, I've already spoken to a few of you this weekend about it. But the rest of you, I'd like for you to look at this as a very good example. If we look here on gold euro 1 hour, we can see consolidation, multiple sell signals. Whereas gold dollar, if we were to have taken sells at the exact same area in here, you're going into a very small drawdown. I mean, if you got in, let's just say right at the end of this candle close, 76, 50, 60 pip drawdown. Whereas on gold dollar, when you look at it, you'll see that it was consolidating still, but it was still pushing up higher, and then it fell, right? So instead of a 50, 60 pip drawdown, I think it was anywhere from like 150 to 200 pip drawdown that you would have been in on gold dollar before flipping profitable on that position. And just, yeah, like I said, price action is a lot cleaner for me. I feel like there's a lot less fake outs, a lot cleaner setups, a lot cleaner fake breakouts and other confirmations we use from the course. So I highly recommend everyone gets their zones and EMAs set up from the course on gold euro and starts giving it their attention. So I mean, that would be the first target that we would aim for. It could, sorry about that, mosquito. It could get held up a little bit shy, somewhere in here even. We do have a nice wick here that could form structure, just shy. About 60 pips shy. I'd look for, no, I don't know. I don't think that would hold up. It did hold up on Friday. I mean, the low of this is 48.29. The close of this candle is 48.36. So it just closed just a little more than half a pip. Yeah, half a pip. Just a little more than a half a pip above that structure. Obviously it pushed through it, but then it reversed off of that. So that is an area to also watch for, but I'm going to take it off because this is the main area I'd like to see price push into. Create a nice lower wick on the weekly, and then from there push upwards. And then the next target we would look for from there is right there, which is the high of the week, high of last week, which I don't think would be a strong level. It's actually quite interesting if you look. We have market open, gap up, probably went up, made an upper wick first, then closed bearish, then fell, consolidated, then pushed up and filled that wick. And literally held right off of this level, got rejected, and then, I mean, if you took a sell on that, that would have been a very nice entry. Off the high of the week to Thursday's low, 1,000 pips. Very nice entry there. So yeah, that would be the first target. These highs over there would be the first target. Second target would be last week's high. And then I can't see us. I think this would be a nice spot to end off the week. Probably wick up to here on Thursday and then close in between last week's high and that structure that we have up there. So let's do this. Let's I think that's what I could see happening this coming week. And I mean, obviously, keep in mind when we break previous structure points, we break above it, we'll come back down, potentially use it as support, then push up, come back down, use it as support, push up, come back down, use it as support, push up, come back down, use it as support, just like it does always, you know. But I think that this is good. I can also see price getting squeezed here, you know what I mean? It's starting to get pinched. When we come here, we get the breakout, and then it runs, comes back, uses this previous area up in here as structure, runs again, comes back, runs again, comes back. So yeah, I don't see anything else for now. Maybe I'll do a midweek one if this deems very incorrect. But yeah, wishing you a blessed and abundant week ahead. I hope that this brings us some insight and some money this week. God bless you. Stay safe. And we'll see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao. Okie dokie. Welcome to this week's market strip down session. So we can see last week's went in the direction. Am I tripping out? Because okay, this is the analysis from FOMC, from the FOMC minutes meeting on Wednesday that we did. That's why. Well, that confused me for a second. Pushed up first, and then it pushed down, and it actually rejected both of those key levels that we drew up on Wednesday's live session, the live trading session Wednesday. Both of those key levels were actually accurate, as we can see. Let's clear everything off though, like usual. Let's start on, I mean, you got to start on the monthly these days because the market moves so much in a day, and especially even more so obviously in a week, that you have to be checking the monthly at least once a week now, which is crazy because I don't think I've ever done that in my trading career. Maybe I'm wrong, but monthly, so we have a strong rejection the month before. This month we already have the lower wick and the upper wick. We're still bullish though. Okay, so we're still bullish on the weekly as well. Now, did the weekly close above that level there? That's what we need to check here. So the high is 29.52.9 and the close is 29, what did I say, 29.52.9. Yeah, so we closed above that. So that would be an interesting level to mark up there on the weekly. Because we did have a weekly close above that. I'd also like to mark up this high as well, because that could be where we pull down to. Yep, that looks good. That looks really, really good. Adjust those on the daily. Those look really good. I like those two levels a lot. Yeah, I like those two levels a lot. I mean, it's gonna be super simple, to be honest with you. It's gonna be super simple, to be honest with you. We will, this whole area, these wicks as well, we need to watch for. But what I would like to see the market do is, so that line also lines up, that structure that I just drew in lines up with this structure over here. So what I would like to see is, it's going to be super simple as of right now. This market strip down, a very elementary, I guess you could say, setup. But maybe it's not elementary. Maybe it's just the way my brain sees it because of how long I've been doing this. So I'd like to see, there's potential we test all-time highs this week, especially because someone sent out something. I have not read it yet, but someone sent out something about tariffs in the Discord chat. So when you're watching this, make sure you go check that, because I'm also going to do that as well. So I don't think we get rejected off of here. I think what we have happen is this. And potential continuation. And then we could potentially reject off of here, which I don't see happening. I think that this is quite unlikely. This could see even something like this, and then a continuation up. Other than that, that's all I see. I as long as we hold above this level and above Friday's highs, we could even maybe have a wick past Friday's low. Sorry, as long as we hold close to the 29.35, 29.36, 29.34 around there, or if we wick past Friday's lows, maybe we have like a fake breakout on the 4 hour or 1 hour. But overall, we'll be looking for support somewhere in this area. We'll be looking for buys somewhere in this area and riding it up. And then I think a nice pullback off of this level. It'll retest these highs as well. It'll retest these highs from last week as well. Not from the highs from last week, but these highs from Friday. Maybe better said. I think that's all Friday, right? Yeah. On Trade Locker, that's all one day. So yeah, we have these highs from Friday. So I mean, we go down, retest the lows from Friday, go up, break the highs from Friday, use the highs from Friday-ish, that level from Thursday-ish as support. We then bounce off of there. This trend line, I really don't care for trend lines anymore. I haven't for a while, but I drew it in anyways because it's just something that we could and should be aware of to create a lower high, because we could have a situation where we create a lower high and then we reject off of there, create a higher low in comparison to this one. Boom, price keeps getting squeezed and then breaks out one direction or the other. But with the amount that we're moving, I don't know. It could. We have to keep our eyes open for any possibility. I'm not looking for anything that breaks below this level. I'm not looking for sells right now. The direction is biased buys, bullish, especially I'm assuming the tariffs notice that's in the Discord channel right now is something that will push gold bullish. So again, be looking for buys. And yeah, looking for buys, and that's it. That's honestly the only thing that I see for this coming week. So hopefully this brings us some insight. I will possibly do an updated one of these throughout the week, or maybe it'll be during the live session. We'll see. But other than that, I hope you enjoy this week's market strip down session, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao. Be safe. Don't overtrade and don't over leverage. Bye. What's going on, peeps? Welcome to another market strip down session. So I wanted to delay it to after London session, market open for the week, because I just wanted to get a better idea maybe from London session as to where we could be going. So I mean, the monthly we have nice upper wick and rejection already, lower wick as well. Weekly, potentially, there's potential that we could retest last week's high. There's also potential for that week's high, which it looks like we just missed. London session. Just shy of that from London session today. The daily. Nice reversal back up, but got stuck below these lows, and we have a nice bearish potential sells. Oh, these are the two plays that I'm going to be looking for. I guess 3 plays. Bounce off of there. Bounce off of there. Or we break below this level. Come back up. Use that. And then continue down. The reason why I say the third option as well, even though we are holding that level right now, reason why I say that third option is because we technically already have the upper wick on the weekly formed. So depending on how this daily candle closes, maybe we don't get the full push up to there. Maybe we get a small little push up to here and then it rejects, uses that as resistance, uses that structure there, and then continues down. But that's what I'd be looking for, to be completely honest with you. Obviously, if we break this level, we break last week's high, we can continue higher, but unless we break last week's high, I don't see us continuing higher. How far are we from there? It's going to sound crazy, but in regards to how the market's moving, 600 pips isn't a lot. We could be there by end of the day tomorrow. Be up at last week's highs, end of the day tomorrow. So let's see. That's what I see for this week. Super simple, clean. You'll be able to watch it on the lower time frames, obviously, for entries, but that's what I'll be watching and looking for. And yeah, I hope you have a blessed, amazing, and abundant week ahead. God bless you, and we'll see you in a bit. Ciao, ciao. What's going on, peeps? Welcome to another market strip down session. Like I mentioned last week, I might keep delaying them until Monday, New York session, just to get a good idea as to where we're going with it. But we can see last week's was spot on. We didn't get the rejection yet, but we could be having that play out now. If we keep holding below this level, it's a very important level that we're holding below. We did on Friday fill the gap from 2 weeks ago, so that's good. But we can see we actually did have a breakdown to the level where I was looking for a push up and then a retest and use that as resistance, which that didn't end up happening. We then pushed up, broke through the next one, didn't use that as resistance. We actually ended up using it as support, and we trended in between that one and the upper one, sitting at 29.37, 29.38. Broke through it twice, 3 times. Third time on Friday, ended up coming back down, and actually, sorry, it closed there, and then market open, slight gap, which I'm not really interested or thinking about, to be honest with you. Very tiny gap there. Continued push down. We used it as resistance once, possibly twice now, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Obviously, today's a bank holiday. Happy Memorial Day to everyone in the States that's celebrating it. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good option and something that we're going to keep an eye out for this coming week now. Let's take a look at the higher time frames and just get rid of some stuff and some noise off the chart here. We can move this over because that will stay as a possibility for now. Let's just look at how the higher time frames are playing out. The weekly, did we get a close above outside of these wicks? So the high here, okay, so the close was 38.17. So the high of this candle closed above the high of that one, closed above the high of that one as well. So maybe the sells aren't valid. Continue to look at it. Big push up Friday, we can see. Not quite sure why the daily candle looks like that. That's a little weird. I don't really understand that. The gap looks a lot bigger now on the higher time frames. It's quite weird. Let's see if something updates here and fixes itself. I don't really understand that, to be honest with you. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, if there's some sort of glitch going on here, I don't really get it. We're seeing a small gap here, and then on the higher time frames, we're seeing a much bigger gap. So it doesn't really. But on the weekly, there's no bigger gap. On the daily, there's a gap. 4 hour and daily, there's something weird going on there. Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. I'm not sure why it's showing that, but I mean, if we hold below this level, as long as we're holding below this level, I'm going to be looking for sells. As long as we keep using it as resistance. If we break above it and we use it as support, then obviously inversely, I'll do a situation like this. Drag it across to there. Inversely, we would be looking for a break above. A retracement back down, and then a continued push up to that level to make not new all-time highs, but to go back up into this area, which could be a possibility. That doesn't seem far-fetched, to be completely honest with you. So that'll be something that we can watch for as well. And then maybe from there, sells. That's really the only two things I see at the moment. Other than that, I hope you have had an amazing weekend, have an amazing rest of your long weekend. Hopefully none of you tried to trade today. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but not the most responsible thing with it being a bank holiday. It's definitely one of those days where we just sit on our hands and don't look at the charts and enjoy the extra long weekend regardless of where you are in the world. But yeah, those are the two options at the moment. Obviously, if there's sells from here, we'd be watching those two previous areas from last week, and any other structure that was formed last week as well. Other than that, I don't really see anything, but I hope you have an amazing, blessed, and abundant week ahead. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.